Rwanda is considered one of the cleanest and safest cities in Africa. Rwanda is also considered one of the countries where it's easy to do business in Africa. And in this video, we're going to be exploring Rwanda. So let's go. Rwanda didn't just end up being this developed by accident. So to understand this, we first have to go through the history that Rwanda went through. So in 1994, Rwanda experienced a genocide whereby the Tutsi were murdered by their fellow Hutu people, and this was one of the saddest and hardest part of the human history in Rwanda. Despite of this challenge that Rwanda faced, it picked up itself and developed itself. And this is one of the lessons that most of African countries can learn from Rwanda, that despite of you going through a lot, you have to let go of the victim mindset so that you can develop and go forward as a country. There are a lot of things one can experience while in Rwanda, and one can decide to learn about the history of Rwanda, on where Rwanda is, where Rwanda is coming from, and where Rwanda is going. And this can be learned by visiting the King Palace Museum in Nyanza, and this is where you get to learn about the kings of Rwanda, the culture of the people of Rwanda, and a lot of history. So this is among the things that one can do while in Rwanda. While at King Palace, you'll also get a chance to learn about the Inyambo cows. Now, the Inyambo cows are considered as holy cows in Rwanda, and these cows are well treated and well taken care of. As you can see here in this video, this man is singing to this cow, and this song is usually sung to them so that they can calm down. So the Inyambo cows are considered as the holy cows of the Rwandan people. Rwanda is also known as a land of southern hills, and let me tell you, Rwanda lives up to this name, because while you are moving around Rwanda, you will notice a lot of hills, and you will notice a lot of beautiful scenery which are green, and they are very beautiful. Now, for you to be able to experience this in full, I'll suggest you go visit Nyungwe National Park. Now, there are a lot of activity to do in Nyungwe National Park, but I'll recommend 3 activities. And one of the activity that you can do is go do the canopy walk, and this will take you around 1 hour to go and return. And the hike there is easy, it is not that hard. And after you're finished doing your canopy walk, you'll also go for a walk to find the Ndambalale waterfall. And this waterfall, this walk is very calm. So on the way, there are a lot of trees, and it's very, very beautiful. And lastly, while you are at the Nyungwe National Park, you can also go see the tea plantation. One of the things that I learned is that the Rwandan tea is considered one of the best teas in the world. So give yourself a chance and an opportunity to go visit this tea plantation, taste the tea, and maybe even buy. So go visit the Nyungwe National Park. All this activity in Nyungwe National Park can either be booked online through their website, or you can just walk directly to their office where you can do the booking. And if you do all this activity within a day, it costs around $35 for East African, and this covers the entry fee. You're given a guide who will take you through the waterfall, who will take you through the canopy walk. While in town, there are a lot of activity that one can do, and one among them is visit the Kigali Genocide Memorial, and this is where you get to learn about what's really happened during the genocide. And there are 2 ways for you to learn. So you either get the audio, which will cost you around $20, and this will take you through out the museum, or you can just walk and read on what is written, and you just read and get the idea of really what happened. But for one to be able to experience this, I'll suggest an audio version, which I found quite useful in learning the history. And it was really quite sad on what happened. So I do not wish this to happen to any country. So it's really a sad history to learn. Rwanda is also known as the cleanest city in Africa, and this does not come just by chance. So this is achieved through having or practicing umuganda, whereby at the end of the month, people spare some time to clean the city. So this has helped Rwanda to maintain its status of being the cleanest city in Africa. And Rwanda also has a police, or it has a zone where cars are not allowed, and this is considered as a car-free zone. To experience the car-free zone, so this is a free activity that you can do while in Rwanda. And lastly, a thing that you can do in Rwanda is go visit the market and see how the Rwandan people conduct their trade. So the market is vibrant, and you get a chance to see how these people interact on their day-to-day. While in Kigali, you'll also notice that a lot of buildings are painted in art. So I'll suggest you give yourself a chance to stop and wander and look at this gorgeous painting. And if you want to fully experience the artistic nature of Rwandan people, I'll suggest you go visit the Inema Art Center. This is an art gallery where it's free of interest, and in this gallery you'll see a lot of arts by different artists have been displayed. You get to wander, and this gallery main aim is to tap into the creative nature of Rwandan people. So give yourself a chance and go see the Inema Art Center. Rwanda is also known as a land of thousand hills, and let me tell you, it lives up to its name. And if you want to experience this, I'll suggest you go visit Bigogwe. Now in Bigogwe, this is where the cattle are raised. There are a lot of ranches there, and it's very hilly. So if you want to see the beautiful Rwanda and experience the thousand hills, I'll suggest you go visit Bigogwe. You may be wondering, where am I going to stay in Rwanda now? Rwanda has everything for everybody, from the expensive hotel, from the B&B, from the hostel. It has everything for everybody. Now, for my budget travelers, there are two options that you can consider, and which I would highly recommend. So for the people who can stay in hostel, I'll recommend you stay at Yambi Hostel. I stayed at this hostel and I loved it. It was clean. The price there was affordable. The food was nice. So for the people who can stay in hostel, I would highly recommend Yambi Hostel. Now for the people who want to book their stays through booking.com, there's this hostel called Kigali City Homes, which I stayed, I think, for one day, which I would highly recommend also. But for my budget travelers, I would highly recommend Yambi Hostels. Moving around in Kigali is quite easy and flexible. So there are various options one can consider. And one of the options is using the boda guys. Now these guys are quite reliable and quite affordable. So you can use one guide to take you from one place to another. And these boda guys are very safe and well regulated in Kigali, so you don't move around without an helmet. And while I was in Kigali, I used quite a number of them, which they helped me to move from one place to another. Now, if boda is not your cup of tea, then you can use boats. So the boats will be using the cars, which will take you from one place to another. While in Rwanda, I felt safe moving around, be it at night, be it in the afternoon. There was no catcalling of women, so I came to understand why Rwanda is called the safest country in Africa. Now, This is good news for the solo female travelers who fear traveling to Africa because of safety. Then Rwanda is for you. So go visit Rwanda, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let me know if you go to Rwanda. So see you on the next video.